It's always fun to look around and see fans singing our Stars Spangled Banner. Getting in the spirit. Should be a good one tonight. Don't go away.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, individuals. It is the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we have the Houston Rockets going up against the Timberwolves out in Minneapolis. Looking at Minnesota, facing off here against a very talented ball club. This is a great opportunity for them to put all their skill and talent on display in front of the home fans. Guys, you look at Mike D'Antoni, one of the godfathers of up-tempo basketball. Kenny, a man ahead of his time.
So ahead of his time, his parents haven't even met yet.
Whoa! I see
There are
that.
a lot of naysayers, man.
Like that?
A lot of naysayers about this guy, about his system being too fast. But now look around at everybody doing it.
Yeah, you know, his teams have never had a problem scoring, especially wherever he's been, Phoenix, Houston, all that. It's actually a brand of basketball that fans love to watch.
Remember, like 7 seconds or less? Think I can toss to Kevin in 7 seconds or less? Give me a countdown.
1, 2,
Seven.
With
3,
the game
4,
now
5,
about ready
6,
to tip
7.
off. Let's send you to Kevin Hart. I was listening to Kenny.
That was a count up.
You're right.
Good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Westbrook.
And guys, in the past 10 games, he's stepped up his role in the offense in a big way. His usage rate has increased. He's finishing off a lot of possessions, and that's just how this team wants it.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. We're in the middle of the season, Doris. Some teams now just beginning to find their stride, their rhythm. How do they now maintain it?
Yeah, I think at this point of the year, you've established your rotation. Players know when they're going to come in, when they might be subbed out. I think it's about sort of finding, keeping, and maintaining that rhythm and execution that should be very, very well ingrained in your guys' habits.
I know you've played this way, but when you know your role, when you know the minutes and the rhythm, as we were just talking about, I think for a player that's huge. Am I correct?
You are. Know your role and star in your role.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Cephalosha is out there with Hartenstein, and it's Tucker in at center. And for Minnesota, we've got Culver. Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the four-man position. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Tucker can't get it to go. Now here's Culver. By Cephalosha. A nice shot by Culver. Culver's got his second basket of the night. Now Westbrook. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collecting huge amounts of rebounds.
Now, here is Russell. First quarter, just over a minute played. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. So here's Westbrook. Pulls it up. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Culver's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Outside Westbrook. From the top of the key, he buries it.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Russell against Westbrook. Towns finds Russell. Now Beasley. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And we can look quickly at a group of rookies having a very good run. The top scoring first-year players in the NBA for the past 10 games. Jared Culver, 4th.
Showing flashes of just explosive scoring ability. When called upon, he can put buckets up in a hurry.
The Rockets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Westbrook, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hernan Gomez. That's tipped, and there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That's his first foul. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Bulls in Chicago. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That is his first foul of the game. To the inside. Here's Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Jake Layman's checked in for Malik Beasley. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And looking at the numbers for Hernan Gomez, how his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now, here's Culver. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. And that's a foul. It's called on Thabo Sefolosha. That is his first foul of the game. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played, Hernan Gomez finds Russell. Over Westbrook, and that one's good. Russell.
This guy, an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Here's Westbrook. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Five on the clock. Three-pointer. Tucker can't get it to go. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The three. It's rebounded by Houston. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
One of the things that you know when you miss free throws is you're giving the team opposite you all the momentum. You're failing to capitalize on their mistakes.
Here's Hartenstein. And stolen by Russell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Russell Westbrook.
I tell you, you've got to try to prevent D'Angelo Russell from getting into the lane, because when he gets there, you are in trouble.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. That free throw, no good.
Well, D'Angelo Russell, one of the best mid-range scorers you'll see. He's got the floater game, the pull-up game, and with his arsenal, he can get a shot at any time.
Now here's Westbrook. The pass to Sefolosha. Passes it to Hartenstein. He dishes it to Tucker. Cephalosha with it. 3 on the clock. Over Hernangomez. The Rockets again can't hit. And you know, Doris, another thing about D'Angelo Russell, he's not afraid of the big moment.
Kevin, he has proven that he is willing to take and make big shots. He doesn't necessarily beat you with tremendous athleticism, but it's his basketball skill that sets him apart.
On the inbound. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Harden, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Pass to Towns. Shoots over Tucker. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Westbrook, no good. Minnesota leading by 3. Knocked loose. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's Tucker. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Well, just incredible instincts from Russell Westbrook. How about that pass? On time, on target, make it easy.
Here's Layman. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Culver. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
First free throw is good. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
Now here's Harden. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Denver. Clock at 4. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Johnson. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
The Timberwolves gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scorers, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impressed you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
Now here's Gordon after D'Angelo Russell's miss. Green, no luck. Culver passes to Layman. Kicks it to Towns. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Houston the other way. On the wing, Harden. And Culver pulls it down.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Rockets trail by 5. Right side, Gordon. That one misses. Towns with the defensive effort. Now here's Culver. Defense is right there, and it's good for 2.
Well, takes contact, keeps his balance. Nice finish by Towns.
And here's Rivers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Green. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 7. Culver dishes to Towns. Count that one.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
And the Rockets making a change here. Carroll's checked in. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. 5th best, the Rockets.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Outside, Covington. The feed now to Gordon. Tries it from the top of the key, and he gets the jumper to drop.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
The pass to Okogie. Here's the 3. The Rockets pull it in. Outside Gordon. And he jams it with authority.
Get up, Mr. Covington. That is a very quick riser.
Minnesota leading by 5. Pass to Spellman. On the wing, Johnson. Lets it go with a 3. Good D by Covington.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Rivers passes to Green. And Houston again with the bucket.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Pass to Okogie. Pass to Towns. Over Green. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. It's a 3-point game. This time they met in Houston.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards. You think about the Timberwolves, the one thing that seems elusive for this organization has been consistency. They have had the talent. They've had good coaching. The problem is they haven't yet put those 2 areas together.
And it's Gordon missing.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Okogie, the pass to Johnson. Over Gordon, and the basket by Johnson. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead. And the Wolves, Doris, one of only 11 franchises who have never won a championship. In fact, they've made the Western Conference Finals only once.
I think one of their challenges, at least in this latest run, has been they're competing with a very young core. And certainly you have added veterans to the group. The problem is the core guys have to understand how to step up when it's winning time. What we understand is playoff performance is most important. He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And the three ball is good.
Well, you love to see Towns hit that shot. Boy, when he's in rhythm, this guy can space the floor.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now the pass to Okogie. Stolen by Gordon. That one doesn't go. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day and never take no days for granted.
On his coaches, Greg and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Johnson is out there with Beasley, and it's Spellman in at the 4 spot. Rivers finds Covington, and some nice passing there by Houston. Misses the 3. Timberwolves leading by 5. Johnson, the pass to Spellman. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. No good on the free throw. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. The Rockets also changing it up. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Green. Cephalosha comes in for Robert Covington. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. And the second free throw, good. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. And he's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in LA, many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
And the shot goes in.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Rockets trail by 5. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Carey. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 6. Johnson over to help. And here's Gordon from outside. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Minnesota shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Houston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Spellman. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently, neither did the defenders.
Feeds it to Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And so here is Houston following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Now here's Westbrook. He's guarded closely. The 10-footer finds the target. Westbrook's got 9. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. He's covered by Westbrook. The feed to Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%. So don't doubt he's pleased with that.
And that one falls for Johnson. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Harden comes in for Eric Gordon. And both free throws good for Johnson. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 6. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
Here's Westbrook. Following the score by James Johnson. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And as we know, Doris, Ryan Saunders, the son of the late, great Minnesota legend, Flip Saunders.
Well, certainly the family has history with the organization, but in no way did Ryan Saunders get the job due to name only. This guy proved he can get wins from this Minnesota roster last year. For Saunders, he's known as a player development guy, and the ability to handle superstars is part and parcel to the job.
Here's Russell following the score by Houston. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. No good from Beasley. Rockets trail by 8. Cephalosha with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Harden. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Hernangomez. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
The Rockets have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Passes it to Cephalosha. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
Wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Cephalosha. And that's now 9 points for James Harden. Minnesota leading by 5. Russell feeling it out a bit. Beasley for 3. It's not going to go for him. Harden with the defensive effort. Pass to Westbrook. Now here is Cephalosha. Defense right on him. Inside. 6 to shoot. Here's Tucker. Here's Hartenstein. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You know, that an area where Tucker continues to improve, making the extra pass.
Westbrook against Russell. Now here's Culver. Tight defense on him. Layman pass to Russell. Stolen by Westbrook. Takes the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now Russell. 20 points for him last game against Chicago.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Now, here is Hernangomez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Culver's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now Beasley, after Westbrook's missed 3. And here's Beasley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago. Here's Hernangomez. The shot from the low post is good. Hernangomez has got 4 points in the quarter. So here's Westbrook. Pass to Hartenstein. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
And the first one at the line is good. Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Okogie comes in for Malik Beasley. The Rockets also changing it up. Jeff Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Robert Covington comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Second free throw, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And it's Towns penetrating, and the dunk by Towns.
Strong drive by Cat. What an incredible addition he is to this league.
Here is Harden. He's got 12. Here's Hartenstein. Off the inbound, and the rejection by Towns. Harden outside. This one for three. And Lehman pulls it down. Minnesota leading by 3. Here's a Kogi. Good D by Harden.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And Towns, a player who took a little bit of time adjusting from the college game at Kentucky to the NBA game, especially, Doris, on the defensive end.
I do think you have to appreciate over the last several seasons Karl Anthony Towns' commitment to becoming a better defender. Listen, he has the length to not only block shots, but to alter shots, and you just want him to have consistent effort on that end.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
Outside, Russell. Shot on the wing. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate. I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Here's Russell. James Harden picking up that last basket. The drive by Russell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
I'll tell you, proving how dangerous he can be inside. D'Angelo Russell forcing the defense to make a commitment.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. Now the Rockets with it. They're on an 18-7 run. Rivers passes to Gordon. And another 3 for Houston.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
Now here's Culver. He's got 8. Towns is doubled. Now here's Culver. Defended by Gordon. Just 3 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
You take a look at Towns. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend, but, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets...
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Can they get it? And he lays it up and in. Towns has got 11 points.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
From deep, Green. Here's Rivers. Right through the D for the layup.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, they made a run there at the end. How did that happen?
We didn't do a good job closing the half. We got to contain them from not making shots. We just got to do a better job.
We'll see if you can do that. Thanks, Carl. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a shaky first quarter for Houston. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. In the second quarter, it was a whole new ballgame. Instead of getting pushed around, they were the team dictating the style and the pace and are now 6 points in front. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possessions. They did a great job of that in the first half.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the three, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the three ball, way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Hartenstein is out there with Cephalosha. And it's Tucker in at the center, locking down the middle.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Outside, Russell. Here's Culver. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. And there's the pass to Harden. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And that's 19 points for James Harden.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Towns up and in on the layup.
Boy, how about the anticipation from Karl Anthony Towns? Beats everyone to the spot and goes right back up with it.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. The three from Cephalosha. And he's good on the three ball. Cephalosha's got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Outside, Towns. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
On the catch and shoot, just so relaxed. Almost looks like Towns is playing a game of horse out there.
Westbrook passes to Cephalosha. Down low. Dishes to Tucker. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It goes on Jarrett Culver.
Well, that's what you call an intimidating finish. Tucker's explosive leaping ability on full display, guys.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Here's Towns, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And guys, when everything is working for Karl Anthony Towns, he can put up absolutely staggering numbers. What a performance here.
So it's the Rockets now. Westbrook passes to Hartenstein. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Cephalosha the bounce pass. Here's Hartenstein. He's got 5. Chalk up 2 there. Hartenstein's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Russell against Westbrook. Outside, Russell. Back to Towns. Westbrook against Russell. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Damari Carroll's checked in for Thabo Sefolosha. Rockets leading by 11. Westbrook scanning the floor. For the three. Doesn't go for him. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's Beasley. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
The Timberwolves have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And here's Harden for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Houston leading by 6. And stolen by Russell. Beasley with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Beasley outside. He can't get that one. Good D by Harden. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Russell against Westbrook. No good on that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Culver. And then Culver with the dunk.
And that attacking mindset. When Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 9. Passes to Carroll. Now Harden. No good again that time. Timberwolves trail by 4. It's Beasley on the wing. He's got 7. Poked away. Russell dishes to Beasley. Over Harden. No good from Beasley. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. Looking to get back on track here. He takes it up and lays it in. Westbrook's got 11 points.
Well, this guy knows how to do this in the open floor. Russell Westbrook in transition is the most dangerous player.
To the inside. Towns finds Russell. Over Westbrook. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to 4 again on the bucket from Russell.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Rockets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Tucker. The kick out to Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. And that one is good from Hartenstein. He's got 9.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Russell with it. He's got 8. Pass to Hernangomez. The 10-footer. The Rockets pull it in. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds tonight. Carroll passes to Hartenstein. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Now here's Tucker, guarded closer. Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown. And it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Minnesota calls timeout. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Harden.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defenses.
Johnson outside. Towns, the pass to Johnson. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And Westbrook throws it down.
When Russell Westbrook makes a defensive play and gets in the open floor, look out, he will finish the play.
He's covered by Westbrook. Inside. And it's Houston on the break. That one wide left.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Doris last season, rookie Josh Okogie ended up contributing more than the franchise thought he would.
Yeah, he was terrific as a 3-and-D player for the Wolves. This guy could end up being the steal of the draft, sort of in that Robert Covington mold.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Jeff Green is checked in for Hartenstein, and it's Rivers in for Damari Carroll. Both good from the line that time. Rockets leading by 9. Outside Westbrook. And he lays it straight in. Westbrook's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Johnson outside. The pass to Towns. Over Green. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Westbrook. 15 points in the game. Lets it go from 11. And that one hits back iron. Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's Okogie. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And the first one drops.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Rockets leading by 7. Passes it to Rivers. Gordon with it. Left side, Covington. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And another three for Houston.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Here's Okogie. He's guarded by Rivers. Towns against Green, and that one's good. Towns.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Timeout called, the Rockets.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Layman's checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Cephalosha's checked in. A steal. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Jeff Green picks one up.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense. And it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
And he makes the first. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
And Towns drops them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
On defense, Minnesota. 6-point game. Gordon kicks to Rivers. No good on the three. Minnesota with the ball. Here's Okogie, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
What floor awareness from Karl Anthony Towns to be 7 foot and that skilled. How lucky is he?
And for Houston, they're shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Pass to Cephalosha. And here's Covington. Houston moving the ball around. Fades back. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Green's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Houston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's Rivers. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, you have to respect the touch, and that floater by Austin Rivers, so nice.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
And the Rockets making a change here. Tucker's checked in. The free throw drops for Rivers. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6 man for the rest of his career.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Houston gets called for the foul. First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Outside Gordon. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's a Kobe. 6 points for him. There's 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. And that one misses from Lehman. And here's Cephalosha. He brings it up for Houston. 3-point lead. Count that bucket. 9 points for Austin Rivers.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Lehman. Covered by Cephalosha. Shoots it. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Pass to Rivers. Right side, Covington. 3 seconds left. The shot misses. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. Let's hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago.
Way to fight, guys. Way to fight. That's all it is. That's all it is. Way to get on the floor. Way to go, guys.
Well, you can see, Greg, he sees the fighting spirit in his team right now.
Yeah, they're playing with energy and purpose. Coach sounds very pleased.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. You've got Beasley. Lehman is out there with Towns, and it's Spellman in at the 4. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Houston in the lead. Now Gordon. Harden outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. And the pass to Beasley. Here's Spellman. Shoots over Covington to tie it up. And Towns lays it in. Towns has got 28 points for the game.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Gordon against Beasley. Cephalosha passes to Gordon. Outside Covington. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range. And Lehman pulls it down. Lehman's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to Beasley. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Spellman, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. Rockets trail. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Harden. Good. He's got 21.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Guarded by Harden. And it's Beasley in the corner. And another 3 for Minnesota.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Passes it to Tucker. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Covington. Spellman with the rebound.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Rockets trail by 5. Harden inside the three-point line. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Beasley. Left side, Towns. Clock at 6. Pass to Layman. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And he knocks down the first one. Both teams will make substitutions. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Rockets trail by 7. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the shot goes in. Westbrook's got 13 points in the second half.
Well, how about the handle of Russell Westbrook? Makes that slash into the defense look easy.
Pass to Culver. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Gets it to go from 8 feet. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. From downtown. Rebound, Minnesota.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
That one goes in.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And stolen by Russell. And now Minnesota on the fast break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Rockets trail by 10. Outside Westbrook. Good on the triple. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Outside Russell. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Rockets go the other way with it. Harden has a wide open look. No good from the wing.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Culver with it. Westbrook picks him up. Culver passes to Spellman. Rebounded by Tucker.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling. Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Russell against Westbrook. There's the pass to Hernan Gomez. The 8-footer, good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists now tonight.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
And so here is Houston. They trail by 7. Ball's knocked loose. Hartenstein passes to Harden. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Harden's got 23 points.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Westbrook against Russell. Passes to Culver. Back to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Spellman the pass to Russell over Westbrook. Russell no luck. Rockets trail by 5. From past the arc. Westbrook no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
No good from Beasley. Houston's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Harden the pass to Hartenstein. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Boy, when you look back on Russell Westbrook's career, the athleticism at the point guard position, borderline absurd. The power, the speed with which he moves on the floor, boy, you just don't see it that consistently.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Ryan Saunders said to the team. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. That one goes. Count it. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
And with Westbrook and his elite athleticism, Doris, it can be seen in his great statistics.
Well, you don't average 30 points a game in the NBA unless you can absolutely blow past defenders like Russell Westbrook. Gosh, the strength in his legs allows him to fight for rebounds. He is so productive from the point guard position. It's extraordinary.
Russell against Westbrook. Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Hernan Gomez has got 8 points here in this quarter. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. Lets the 3 fly. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Russell. The Rockets pull it in. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Yep, that one goes in there.
We know this, Kevin. This mid-range game has always been attached to Russell Westbrook.
Hernan Gomez. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Towns, no luck. And here's Houston. They're on a 14-6 run. Cephalosha has the open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Minnesota in the lead. To the middle. Russell against Harden to tie it up. And it's good on the way in. Harden's got 25 points.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And here's Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, what you love about Russell Westbrook, yes, he can give you a triple-double every night. But what I love more is the passion and the fact that he gives it to you every single night he plays.
Now, here is Russell. Outside, Towns. Towns is doubled. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Minnesota with the ball. Hernan Gomez kicks to Culver. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. In the corner, Harden to take the lead. That shot off, and it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And Beasley, here we go, and the shot goes down. Beasley's got 10 points here in the second half.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Harden scanning the floor. The Rockets with another miss. Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, those were essential. Very steady work at the free throw line in a very tight game.
1:31 left here in the fourth quarter, and that one drops for him.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Russell against Westbrook. Beasley outside. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Tucker, and Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
1:12 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Harden against Beasley. Harden outside. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Russell dishes to Culver. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Tucker. It's good!
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns the look of a superstar.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 4. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Houston moving it around. Harden against Beasley. Now the pass to Hartenstein. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Hernangomez. It's deflected, but they recover it. Colbert kicks to Russell. 5 to shoot. Beasley finds Towns. To the paint. Here's Hernangomez. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
The three from Harden. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Karl Anthony Towns, you look so calm on the block. What has that focus been like for you?
Just being patient, waiting for my shot to come, not really forcing anything, but also being aggressive.
And you do both very well. Thanks, Kat. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.